So guys, this is TG Fighting Analyst, and I'm back with another video on the Who Wins. Now this one's going to be very interesting, everybody. This is KSI versus Tommy Fury, known as JJ. This is going to be a very interesting fight, everybody. Now we have a double main event as well with Logan Paul versus Danis. All right, very good. Very good card, everybody. I don't know what's on the undercard, but this is the two. It's a double main event, so it's going to be very interesting, everybody, how this is all going to play out, I think. So this is KSI versus Tommy Fury. So we're going to start off KSI. So KSI, we've been seeing his career. So I honestly think, well, I'm going to break down what KSI is. So KSI, fought Joe Weller. Basically, KSI and Joe Weller, that's where kind of the whole YouTube boxing all started, was that fight, really. That really got the whole thing popping. After that, KSI fought Logan Paul. He beat Logan Paul by decision, but it was a very close fight. When he didn't win against Joe Fournier, but he elbowed Joe Fournier. He beat what's his name? Luis Pereira. You call him? Yeah, and then he also beat what's his name? I can't remember his name. He was on a knockout losing streak, but he did win against him. He won by knockout as well. So yeah, KSI, he's a decent boxer, he does have decent hands. He is very powerful. He throws a lot of power into his hands, that's for sure. But I think he can get very hesitant at times. When it comes to, he gets very wild. He gets very wide at times, and his punches can be slow. The way when he throws a punch, it's very slow. That's the thing about KSI. KSI had some impressive wins. Had some impressive wins for sure. But there is flaws in his game that, I think, in my opinion. But I'm trying to think of that fighter that he fought. I'm literally trying to think of on top of my mind, everybody. I can't think of his name. And he beat him. But then, then he lost to, I can't remember. Salt Poppy knocked him out as well. Can't think of his name, everybody. Yeah, so that's KSI, everybody. So we're going to move on to Tommy Fury. So Tommy Fury, everybody. So I'm going to break down what Tommy Fury's career is. So Tommy Fury, he is the brother of Tyson Fury. He's the half brother of Tyson Fury. He's not, he is the half brother because he's from a different mother. So basically, yeah. Tommy Fury, he's a decent boxer. He did beat Jake Paul. By a very razor close decision. He beat what's his name? Anthony Taylor. Anthony did not look good in that fight at all. He looked terrible. He was able to get the win though. The thing about Tommy Fury, he does get hit a lot. He does get hit at times. And this is the problem for, when it comes to Tommy Fury. He does get hit often. Now, he does have a good jab though. But he doesn't use a consistent jab. Even though he has a good snappy jab, he doesn't jab. He doesn't keep a consistent jab going sometimes. But when he gets a jab going, it's very good because it's like a piston. I literally see it's like a piston. His defense needs work, and hopefully he has worked on his defense for this fight. Because his defense needs a lot of work, in my honest opinion. And he has other wins against this Polish guy. I can't remember his name. That was the only two well-known wins he has with literally Jake Paul and Anthony Taylor, as far as I know, and there were two influencers, literally, obviously. But other than that Polish dude, I don't know who else he's fought that was good, but he fought this other guy in Saudi Arabia. It's either Saudi Arabia or Japan. He fought this guy. He fought a professional boxer, but it was for an expedition. But I can't think of it. I can't remember his name. Some African guy. some Cameroon African guy. It was just an expedition. It wasn't. It was just a friendly match or a friendly fight. So basically, everybody, I'm going to do my prediction now. And my prediction in this fight, okay, the way I think this is going to play out is, I think, you know, in the first round, it's going to get slow. They're going to feel each other out, maybe. You know, KSI, you know, he throws these looping hooks. And I think they're very, very wide. And, you know, when it comes to Tommy Fury, you know, he's able to use his jab, able to pick fighters off. You know, KSI's got to be careful he doesn't run into one of Tommy Fury's counters, because Tommy Fury, yes, he is a good counter puncher at times, and he's got to be careful. KSI, you know, KSI does get a little bit wild in there. He gets too wild, and you know, he could get caught and could potentially get hurt. You know, and so KSI just needs to be very, very careful. But the way I think it's going to play out, everybody, so round 1, you know, is going to get, you know, a little bit slow. Round 2, I think the schedule for 8 rounds, right? Yeah, that's right, yeah. So basically round 2 would be like, you know, it's starting to build up a little bit. At round 3, you know, Tommy Fury, you know, I think it's going to be a back and forth war. I honestly think this fight is going to go the whole distance, actually. I think this fight's going to go the whole way. I do not see Tommy Fury beating him, because his recent opponents, he wasn't able to stop. He wasn't able to stop Jake Paul. I honestly think Jake Paul is a better boxer than KSI, in my honest opinion. I honestly think this might be an easier fight for Tommy Fury. I'll be quite honest with you. I know that might sound absolutely crazy, everybody, but I think KSI is, you know, rated very, very high, extremely. And I think he could be overrated in ways, but I'm not discrediting anything of KSI. I like KSI. I watch KSI a lot, but I just don't think boxing's for him, bro. Literally, I honestly think Deji is becoming a better fundamental boxer than KSI. KSI is very, very wild, but Deji is very tactical. He's very, very good. He's very, very sharp. I see his you know, his work is very more sharper than KSI's. So I literally got Tommy Fury by unanimous decision. It might be a split decision because the judges would just make it closer anyway. Why not? Because, you know, or could end up to a draw, which it could potentially happen as well. I wish it won't happen to a draw, because that would be awful. Yeah, so I got this by here. Fuck it, I go over split decision. I go over split. I'm not gonna go unanimous, because I honestly think the judges are gonna really mess up this scorecard. They're gonna do everything they can to mess it up. And one judge is going to give it to fucking KSI and Miles, and then maybe the other two would give it to Tommy Fury, or who knows, everybody. I'm not sleeping on KSI's power. KSI has that power. If he hits Tommy Fury, yes, Tommy Fury can very well get hurt, because he got hurt by Jake Paul, which I don't think Jake Paul has the power that KSI has. I think KSI has actually more power than Jake Paul. I'm to be quite honest with you, because just the way KSI knocked his opponents in fashion was actually a lot more dominant than Jake Paul's. Jake Paul's just look stupid looking. They almost look like they flopped and give up. But actually, KSI's knockouts were quite legit, and they were quite brutal knockouts. But, you know, so that's that fight, everybody. Let me know when you're in that fight. So now we got on to Logan Paul versus Danis. So this is a good fight, everybody. So Logan Paul, you know, we don't know much about him. Well, he only had a fight with KSI, did lose to KSI, and then he did beat Floyd. Oh, no, he didn't beat Floyd Mayweather. Actually, it was an expedition. It went the full distance. There was no contest. You know, he did decent against Floyd. Floyd is a smaller fighter. Yes, he is the guy with the better IQ and ring generalship, stuff like that. He's been in the game for longer years, and, you know, he's a lot smaller in there. He did have his moments against Floyd, but actually Floyd did hurt him, which is actually quite crazy. So that's, you know, Logan Paul. So I'm just trying to break it down a little bit quicker. And you know, this is a double main event, everybody. So this is Logan Paul and Danis. So yeah, that's that's Logan Paul. Let's see if he comes back. There's a lot of ring rust going to be on him, because his last fight was His last fight was Floyd Mayweather, which is a couple of years ago now. I'd say at this point, a good bit ago. So yeah, so that's Logan Paul. Let's see what he has to prove and to see, or let's see what he has to take in this fight. So we got Dillion Danis. So Dillion Danis, everybody, yes, we all know he's a wrestler, and So, you know, he's a wrestler. He's almost like, well, he's not a wrestler. He's a BJJ practitioner, but he can wrestle. But the thing is, everybody, can he box? That is the question. We seen Ben Askren come in against, you know, Jake Paul, and look what happened there. You know, Ben Askren just couldn't box at all. You know, he had only a couple of months to train, about 3 months to train, and he just didn't look good at all, obviously. He just got put away very, very quickly by Jake Paul. But Dillion Danis, I don't know, like, he hasn't fought in MMA in such a long time. I wonder this whole time, after his long layoff to MMA, he's been working on that boxing, because his boxing really lacks, everybody. I've seen his 2 Bellator fights, and his boxing is not very good at all. So, you never know, everybody. I think Dillion Danis might shock people here. I think he actually might shock people in this fight. I think he's very, very underestimated. I think he is a big meme coming into this fight. About the cake and all, about, yeah, coming in the press conference about that cake and stuff. You know, he's a walking meme in that press conference, but you never know when he comes into this fight, everybody. It could be a whole different ball game. He literally could upset Logan Paul. You know, he could upset Logan Paul, but I don't know, everybody. It's actually a tough one, to be honest with you. You know, Logan Paul, bro, like, I don't know. I think Logan Paul's he will have the longer reach. He does use his jab. I did see him against KSI. I'm gonna have to say Logan Paul by split decision. Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go unanimous decision, Logan Paul. But I believe that, you know, Dillion Danis might have some moments that might surprise people, but bro, I just don't think he beats Logan Paul. I don't know, everybody. See, this is just influencer boxing. Anything can happen in this, because in the end of the day, everybody, these are not real boxers. So, God, this we're just gonna see on the night. We're just gonna see on the night. So I'm gonna do a little recap here. So KSI wins by no, not KSI. Tommy Fury wins by split decision, and Logan Paul wins by unanimous decision. I don't think he stops Dillion Danis. He might actually stop him late. Yeah. I don't know. Should I change that prediction? I'm going to go for Logan Paul late stoppage, actually. I'm going to go Logan Paul late stoppage in the 7th or 8th round, I think. It might. But I don't know, man. Dillion Danis, I don't know. We will see this Saturday. I'll see how it plays out. Alright, guys, I'll visit you guys from the video. Subscribe, hit that like button, whisper, and like it, guys. So take off, bye, peace, and see you in the next video, whenever it will be.